Two army personnel have been killed in encounter with terrorists in Jammu Kashmir's Rajouri. Two army personnel were killed during an encounter between security forces and terrorists in Jammu Kashmir's Rajouri district on Wednesday. This is what officials have said. The fierce gunfight was underway as two terrorists were trapped at the site. They said this. The encounter broke out between terrorists and joint forces of the army and the Jammu and Kashmir police in the Baji Mall area of Damsal following a cordon and search operation. That's what the police said. In the gun battle, one officer and a soldier lost their lives and another sustained injuries. The injured person has been shifted to the hospital. My colleague Nazir joins us from Jammu and Kashmir. Nazir, tell us what happened today.
Well, it has been a fierce encounter since this afternoon after army and police launched a joint operation to flush out militants in the dense forest of Kalakot in Rajouri district. This is part of the ongoing operation in the area because the mountains appear to be infested with militants for some time. Now, what happened? That army has suffered casualties. What we are telling you from sources, one army officer has been killed, a captain rank officer. 3 other soldiers have been injured in this encounter. So far, there is no information or confirmation if a militant has been killed, even as the operation is underway. In this area, we have seen more often than not, security forces suffer casualties, while the number of militants killed in the encounters is much less than the number of soldiers who have been killed in action. Reason is very simple, because militants hide in the dense forests. They take advantage of the dense vegetation in the area, and the topography is so difficult that it is not easy to carry out operations in this area. Of late, we have seen there is, militants have changed their strategy and they are more operating in the forest and jungle areas. We remember on September 13, there was a major encounter which continued for 1 week in South Kashmir's Anantnag's Kokarnag forest, in which army colonel, a major, and a police DSP were killed. So in these areas of Rajouri, since this year, we have seen several encounters where security forces, army, and including the paramilitary special forces, paratroopers, special forces of the army have suffered casualties. And in this encounter also, there was army, Rashtriya Rifles, there was special force and Jammu and Kashmir police who have been part of this operation to flush out militants. There were reports 2 to 3 or 4 militants were in the forest. When they launched the operation, there was a heavy gunfight. The operation is still underway, but in this encounter, one army officer, a captain rank officer, has been killed. There are 3 other injured have been evacuated and shifted to hospital. Condition of some of the injured is reportedly critical.
Right. Thank you, Nazir, for joining us with those details. Army officer killed in an encounter in Rajouri.